Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Yes, a very, 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 very good morning. Good afternoon, crypto ambassadors, wherever you are across the world. Let me hope we are. Let me hope we are okay. Let me hope we are fine. My name is Sembacha Chris from Uganda. I am one of the leaders that you are working with in this opportunity of cryptocurrency trading using an artificial intelligence, using a robot called Ryukyu, using a robot called Ryukyu. So today is a Monday. Yeah, today is a Monday. And Monday, we always have what we call signals and presets. Signals and presets. How do you set your signals within your RioQ application? So it's what we always talk about on Monday. Is what always we talk about on Monday. So the training is about you can save, how you can save a given strategy, how you can save a given strategy within your RioQ application. Uh, so how can you save a given strategy within your RioQ application? That's what we are going to talk about. Osman says he does not hear anything. Am I loud and clear? If I'm loud and clear, type a 1 in the chat. If I'm loud and clear, type a 1 in the chat. If I'm loud and clear, type a 1 in the chat. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Fantastic. Um, I don't know. I felt like to teach about futures, teaching about futures, but let me go for sport. Let me go for sport. Of course, we have two markets that you can be trading in. We have the spot market, and then we have the futures market. So during this time when the market is down and people are facing, but before that we are still very few in number. I want to pass over information, but we're still very few in number. Only 59 people. Let's share the link. Share the link. Share the link before I get started. Share the link before I get started. Share the link before I get started in today's training. So I told you that the training is always focusing on people understanding how to use their tool. And what is that tool? The tool is the RioQ crypto trading robot. So the training is all about people understanding how to use the tool and how to navigate or how to interpret different settings within their RioQ application. So today it is for signal setting. How do you enter a trade within your RioQ application in the right way? So during these trainings, we always talk about so many things. We always talk about so many things that help you to understand different things in this industry. Different strategies that we use for trading apply in the different market conditions. That is very important. As a trader, you should note that. As a trader, you should note that different should note that different strategies apply to different market conditions. So you should be aware about that. Some of the things that are affecting our traders, it is failure to change to a given strategy when the market has changed its movement. That is one of the things that is affecting our traders. And one of the things that is letting people say that the business is not good because you did not understand, you didn't understand what to do in the first place. A lot of people, when you are starting to trade, we always make mistakes. We always make mistakes and learn from the mistakes that you have made or that you have done and rectify them to become profitable in the industry. Are we together? Let me hope we are together. So, depending on what is happening in the world, the Israel and Iran war, the Israel and Iran war has caused the market to go down. Has caused the market to go down. Why? Because these wars create fear in the investors' minds. People that would have invested money in the industry and now withdrawing their money, maybe to use it for other things. People are withdrawing money to escape from the country where the war is. People are withdrawing their money to buy some things to use, maybe food, maybe water, and so many other things. That's why you are seeing that the market is a little bit down. Now, the thing would be, I was one of the person who had this mentality that future trading is not good. That futures trading is not what? It's not good. But depending on how the market is moving, I would encourage each and everyone here to start learning about future trading. Yes, spot trading is there. There is secret, there is magic in shorting the market. Hey, there is magic, there is power in shorting the market during this time when the market is down. By the way, I got it in a different way. That in futures, when you short the market, if the market goes down, you are making profit. Then I said, where was I? Where was I when people are making money from future trades? The market is going down and people are seriously making money through shortening the market. Then I said, hey, in sport it is different. In sport, for you to make profit, the market has to be going up. So in a situation is like this, when the market is going down, when the market is going down, now a wise person would go for future trading. For future trading, to be profitable, to continue being profitable. I told you, trading is all about knowledge, having knowledge and knowing what to do. You get it? So I would encourage each and everyone on this Zoom call, this Zoom training today's morning, please learn about futures. Learn about futures. People are making crazy money in future markets. The market is going down, people are making money. Don't worry, even when you have little capital. Don't worry, even when you have little capital, because in futures you are able to leverage. You get it? You can leverage in future trading. The exchange that you are using for trading borrows you the money to use. So don't worry about that. Crypto is the future. All right, so we go on. So today is a Monday, though I have talked about futures, but I'm not going to teach about futures. I'm not going to teach about futures. I'm going to teach about spot trading. Spot trading. How can you set your bot or your robot in the futures, in the spot market? That's what I'm going to talk about today. However, if I am given a chance, the Monday trainings, if I'm given a chance, I'll talk about the futures. Very few things for you to note about the futures. How do you get the first buy in amount? How do you get the first buy in amount? How do you set your boot depending on the money that you have? I think I can take you through that for better understanding of how you can set your futures account in your robot. So I can take you through that. I believe I understood how to do that. Today we are going to talk about the game changer strategy. Today, we are going to talk about the game changer strategy used for trading. So I told you, when you see that the market is down, whenever you see that the market is down, use the strategies that help you to bring the average price close to the current price to help your coin to come out from the dip or from the floating loss as soon as possible. When you enter a coin, a coin has two prices. It has what we call the average price, where the robot bought that coin. Then it has what we call the current price. Current price, it is that price which is in the market at that moment. So whenever you are stuck in the market, use strategies that help you to bring average price close to the current price to help your coin to come out from floating loss as soon as possible. It is what we are going to talk about today, the game changer strategy. Unfortunately, we are going to talk about a strategy of people trading using $500. People using 500 what? $500. If you know you are using $500, it is what we are going to talk about today. How do you set using the game changer strategy? Right. All right. So allow me to share my screen straight away. We continue with our training. Continue with our training. So $500. $500, you are going to trade one coin. You will trade one coin. I don't know whether Leader Julius is around, but there is something that I have discovered in our trading strategies. The warehouse mode, sub-bin mode, and sub-bin mode real-time settlement. When a person trades in sub-bin mode real-time settlement, I saw that whenever the robot sells these other calls, maybe a person is trading using 7 margin calls. 7 margin what? Margin calls. And the robot has bought all of the 7 margin calls. When it sells this call and this call and the 7th call, the average price, which was close to the current price, then the average price goes far. It goes far from the current price. Are you getting the point? It goes far from the current price. Then I was testing. If someone trades with the 7 margin calls and the person is under warehouse mode, remember, under warehouse, the robot buys all the 7 margin calls, but it does not sell the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th. Rather, the robot sells all of these margin calls at once. Therefore, the average price does not change. The average price whenever the robot buys, it comes closer to the current price. But it does not change because the robot has not sold any margin call. I don't know if you have got that. And then, to my understanding, according to what I saw, warehouse, you can trade in warehouse with 7 margin calls, but this needs patience. It needs patience. Then you can trade in sub-bin mode real-time settlement for someone who needs to get a profit on a daily basis, even when the market is going down. To those people who say that I want to make profit on a daily basis, even when the market is going down, you can go to sub-bin mode real-time settlement. Now, for those ones, if your main role is to come out from the market as soon as possible, you can trade in warehouse mode. I tried this for about 2 weeks with different trading capital and using different margin calls. Then I saw that whenever the robot sells, the average price comes further, it goes away, or it goes further from the current price. But when you are in warehouse mode, the average price is always, it stops, it is at one point, which point is near the average, which point is near the current price. Are you getting the point? So whenever the robot buys the what? The coin. So I don't know if you have got that. If there are some people that are trading using the robot and you have witnessed that. I don't know. I don't know if you have witnessed that, but to me, I have witnessed it. Remember, for your coin to come out from the floating loss, for your coin to come out from floating loss, the average price has to be lower than the current price for you to make profit. But if the average price is far from your current price, you are going to be in floating loss for a longer period of time. You are going to be in floating loss for a longer period of time. So I have 2 trading modes that you can trade in. We have sub-bin mode real-time settlement, and then we have warehouse. So it is upon you to decide which mode are you going to be trading in, depending on what you have understood. According to my own observation, I saw that when you trade under sub-bin mode real-time settlement, yes, the robot buys and it sells, then it gives you profit, but the average price moves far away from the current price. The average price moves far away from the what? From the current price. Then I have noticed that if you trade under warehouse mode, the robot buys and all of the margin calls that it has bought, it will sell them at once. So there is no sale made, but the robot keeps on buying. And when it keeps on buying, the average price comes closer to the current price to help your coin to come out from floating loss. Now, my conclusion, I don't know if other leaders have noticed it. My conclusion is you can decide which mode are you going to be trading in, either warehouse or you can be in sub-bin mode real-time settlement. To those ones who have understood it, are you getting the point? To those ones that have what? Have understood it. So we are here. We said when you are trading with $500, you are going to trade one coin. You trade one what? One coin. Then you can either the strategy mode, you can go into warehouse. You can go into warehouse mode, or you can go into sub-bin mode real-time settlement. It is upon you. Sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. I have explained these two modes and what is their effect. What is their effect? Are we together? What is their effect? I've explained this. Then you are going to be trading with 7 margin calls. 7 margin calls. So the multiple buying ratio, this side, multiple buying ratio, it is going to be a 2, a 4, 8, 16, 16, and then 8, and another 8, and then a 4. That is going to be your multiple buy in ratio. It is going to be your multiple buy in ratio with the first buy in amount of $10. So your first buy in amount will be of $10. So we are going to see how do you save that? How do you save that within your RareQ application, and how do you apply that saved strategy within a coin that you want to be trading? So like I said, if I am given a chance to come and talk more about the futures, yes, I can teach a few things for better understanding of our people. Let me share my screen straight away. Let me share my screen straight away. All right. So how do you save this within your RareQ application? How do you save that within your RareQ application? So come and you click at mine. There is a word mine here down. Then after clicking at mine, come and you click at my strategy settings. My strategy settings. So for those ones who have saved their strategies within your RareQ application, you come and you click on the word, you come and you click here on the plus button. If you have saved some strategies within your RareQ, if you have not saved any strategy, click on the word add it now. Click on the word add it now here. So when you click on this word add it now, or when you click on this plus button, you are going to be brought to this page. You will be brought to this page. Now, under this page, we have the risk type. We have the risk what? We have the risk type. So this risk type, we have 3 risk types. We have what we call steady. Sorry, let me get my pointer. We have what we call steady. We have steady. We have radical. We have radical, and then we have conservative. We have conservative. These are 3 risk types that you can be trading in using the game changer strategy. And specifically, the strategy is used when the market is not good. It is used when the market is not good. How do you know that the market is not? There is a time when you look at when you open your RareQ and then you see all the coins are in red color. It's automatically, without even opening your RareQ, you just know that the market is not what? It's not good. Apply the game changer strategy when trading. At the same time, as a trader, you should always stay updated. Stay updated about what is taking place. Most of you, what you listen, what you watch does not add value on you. does not add value on you. You are a crypto trader, but you don't want to follow what is taking place in the world. The blockchain people are people who are always updated. You get it? Now, the Israel and Iran was started. As a trader, you know that that event can cause the market to go down. If you are entering it, enter the market with care, because those events can lead the market to go down. People withdraw their money from the what? From the market to use it for other things. Now you should be able to reason with the market. So we have here steady, we have radical, we have conservative. Steady is someone who is always in the middle. Is not fearful, at the same time is what? Is fearful. Then we have radical. Radical is a person who is not fearful, is not emotionally attached to the market. Your emotion is are low. Then we have conservative. Conservative, these are emotional people in the market. Cry babies. Cry what? Cry babies. The newbies. If you know that you are a newbie in the market, you are fearful. The coin dips and then you cry. You better trade under conservative. You better trade under conservative. If you know that you are not fearful, you are not emotionally attached to the market, go to radical. Go to radical. If you know that you are in the middle, you are emotionally, at the same time you are not emotional. You don't know where you are belonging. You are just in the middle. Go to steady. Go to steady. So when you choose here, when you choose conservative, now let's say you are in steady. When you come here on margin configuration, and you look at the margin call drops are percentages at which the market will drop. These are percentages at which the market will drop. That's what they are called, margin call drops. Now, if you are under steady, these call drops are not so big. They are not so big. They are small. Let's see when you go under conservative. When you come here and then you go under conservative. When you click here and you come to conservative, when you click under margin configuration and you come to margin call drop, are you seeing that the percentages are now big? The percentages are now big. So when you add up 4% plus 5 plus 5.5 plus 5.5 plus 6, then plus 10 plus 15 plus 18, here you get a drop percentage, a total drop percentage of 63.5%. Meaning that even when your coin has dipped by 50%, has dipped by 40%, has dipped by 30%, you are still safe in the market because you have a big drop percentage of 63.5%. That's what we mean. So you go under conservative. When you go under conservative, you are given 63.5%. When you go under steady, you are given 40% drop. When you go under radical, you are given 30% drop. So that's why we say that if you are not fearful, you go under radical because the percentage is small. You are given 30% total drop. When you go under steady, you are given 40% total drop of the coin. When you go under conservative, you are given 63.5%. So if you know you are fearful, you are emotionally attached to the market, you better go under conservative. You come here, you click on that word optional, you name the strategy. The strategy is the game changer. The game changer strategy, $500. $500 poor market. I'm saving this to remind you that whenever the market is poor, please use the game changer what strategy to help you, because the game changer, it doubles the money. It doubles the money that it puts in the market. And whenever it doubles the money, it is creating a new average transaction price that is moving closer to the current price to help your coin to come out from the dip or from floating loss as soon as possible. So you come here on first buy in amount. So first buy in amount simply means the money you are commanding, the initial money you are commanding your robot to go with in the market. The initial or the first money you are commanding your robot to go with in the market. So here we put $10. $10 as our first buy-in amount. So if our capital is $500 and then the first buy-in amount is $10, it means that we have remained with $490 for our margin calls. We have remained with $490 to be allocated in the 7 margin calls. What is the word margin calls? What does the word margin call mean? Margin call means the times the market will drop. It means the times the market will be dropping. So therefore, if the market is going to drop 7 times, then we have to calculate the $490 to fit in the 7 times. The market will do what? Will be dropping. Come here. This one, leave it as it is. Enable position doubled. Enable position doubled. Enable opening double. Leave it as it is. If you switch it on, enable opening double. If you switch it on and your first buy is $10, when you switch it on, this one, it means the robot is going to double the $10, then it will put $20 at first in the market. It will put $20 if you put this one on. So you better leave it as it is. Don't touch on it. This one is going to be 7 margin calls, and this is our whole position take a profit ratio. Here we shall save 3.01. This position ratio, it means the target profit that you want from this coin. In case the robot buys the coin and it sells the coin, I want 3%. 3% of what? 3% of the money that the robot has invested in the coin. Mind you, my brothers and sisters who are listening to me today's morning, the profits that we make in the business are not based on our total capital that we have on Binance. Profits that we make depend on how much money the robot has invested in the coin. For example, if your capital is $500, and the robot invests $200 in the coin that you are trading, it means you are going to make 3%, which is 3 divided by 100 times $200. The $200 the robot has invested in the what? In the coin. So the profit we make does not depend on our total capital on Binance, but rather it depends on how much money the robot has invested in the coin. So if the robot has invested $200, it is going to be 3%, which is 3 divided by 100 times $200, which the robot invested in the what? In the coin. And this is 3 divided by 100, it is 0.03 times $200. So when you come to the calculator, you can know how much profit. It is 0.03 times $200. That is already $6 made as profit. If the robot invests $200, it is $6 made as profit. Then you come here on buying callback, on take a profit callback, So when you put here 0.1, 0.1. 0.1 means that you are commanding the robot that when the market goes up by 3%, 3.01%, and it tries to retrace down by 0.1, I want you to sell. I want you to sell the coin. So since the market of cryptocurrencies cannot be up forever and it cannot be down forever, the market moves in a zigzag form. So whatever goes up, it comes back down. And whatever goes down, it comes back up. That's the nature of cryptocurrencies. So here you are commanding the robot that when the market goes up by 3.01%, which is our take a profit, and it tries to retrace down by 0.1, I want you to sell. And in this case, if the robot sells, you are not going to make exactly 3%. You will not make exactly 3%. You will make 3.01% minus 0.1, and you may end up getting 2.9 something because the market has retraced. So here comes a question to some of our traders that are using the robot. Those ones who are very keen about their performance of the robot. Why is it that if I said 3%, the robot has given me 2% or 2.9? This is because of this. It is because of the take a profit callback. At the same time, the robot can give you more than 3%, more than 3% in the market. Ask me how. You have told the robot that when the market goes up by 3% and it tries to come back by 0.1, please sell. What if the market continues to go up? For example, if the coin that you are trading has the ability to give you a profit more than 3%, let's say the coin goes up by 3.01%, and then it continues to go up by 5%. By 5 what? Percent. So this is our selling line of 0.1, of 0.1. Let's say it goes up by 3.01%, and then when it tried to retrace down or to come back down, didn't touch this line of 0.1%. Then the market continued to go up by 5%. When it reached 5%, then it came down by 0.1%, and it touched this line. So the robot will sell at 5%. The robot will sell at 5%, and it will ignore the 3%. It will ignore the 3%. So that's what happens. Come here on buy in callback. Buy in callback. Put for me 0.01. What does buy in callback mean? This is the time. It is the time between the two. It is the interval between the two margin calls before the robot initiates a buy. It is the interval between the two margin calls before the robot initiates a buy. That is the buy in callback. Now, if you put this buy in callback when it is big, when it is in a big number, you may find that your robot is not buying the margin calls as quick as possible, as quick as you want, because here the buy in callback is what? Is big. So we always use a smaller number, 0.01, for our robot to always buy the margin calls as quick as possible. Then you come here on sub position, take a profit callback here. Put for me 0.01. 0.01 also. Now, this sub position, take a profit callback, it works for the 5th call, 6th call, and the 7th call. Remember, we are trading using 7 margin calls. 7 margin what? 7 margin calls. Margin calls are the number of times the market will drop. These are number of times the market is going to drop down. Now we have 7. If you are under, if you trade under sub-bin mode real-time settlement, if you trade under sub-bin mode real-time settlement, and you have 7 margin calls, the first 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4 margin calls, the robot will sell them at a take profit of 3.01. And this callback, this take profit callback, works for the 4 margin calls, meaning that you are commanding the robot that when the robot buys these 4 margin calls, it has to sell them at a take profit of 3.01. So you are commanding the robot that when the market goes up by 3.01 until it retraces down by 0.1, I want you to sell the 4 margin calls. Now, the 5th margin call, the 6th and the 7th, they have their own take a profit and their own take a profit callback, which is this. Where do you see this? The 5th call, 6th call, and the 7th call. Where do you see them from? Come and you click on distributed and take a profit allocation. When you click there, of course, you are seeing that the 5th call, the 6th call, and the 7th call have their own take a profit. They have their own take a profit. And this take a profit is 1.3%. Is 1.3%. So here you are telling the robot that when the market goes up by 1.3% and it retraces down by 0.01, I want you to sell. This is the major reason as to why if you trade under sub-bin mode real-time settlement, if you trade under sub-bin mode real-time settlement, the 5th call, the 6th call, and the 7th call are sold earlier. They are sold earlier than the first 4 margin calls. They are sold earlier than the first 4 margin calls. And in this case, you are going to be able to make profit even when the market is going down. You will be able to make profit even when the market is going down. Are we together? If you have understood, type a 2 in the chat. Type a 2 in the chat. Let me know. If you have understood, give me a 2. Give me a 2. Give me a 2. If you have got to the point, give me a 2. Give me a 2. Okay, all right. All right. So you have understood and you have got to the point. Then here it is okay. So come and you click on this word, strategy period. Strategy period. Strategy period. You change from cycle to one shot. Cycle means something which is moving in a circular form, something which is continuous. It doesn't have an end. It does not have an end. Something which is continuous, that is something which is in a cycle form. Hey, so when I was still in school, we used to have cycle of a butterfly, cycle of a cockroach. You get it? It changes from pupa, larva, then from larva, adult, what, then to a butterfly. Those things. So it is moving in a circular what? In a circular form. So if you leave your coin in a circular form, it means that your robot is going to be, your robot will be trading for you only a single particular asset. It's like when you are you are a trader and you are only buying maize. You only buy maize. You only buy maize. I am buying maize. It is the only thing that I sell. That means when a season comes and there is no maize, you are out of business. You are out of business. Or when the price of maize goes down Take it. When the price of maize goes down and you bought at a higher price, it means you are out of business. You will have to wait for the price to go up. So that is a cycle. So I think, to me, change from cycle to one shot. Change from cycle to one shot. Are you getting the point? Change from cycle to one shot. Click on this word cycle, then it changes to one shot. One shot means that you are commanding the robot to buy the coin. And once the market rises, let the robot sell the coin. Run away from the market. Run away from the market. Because in one shot, if the robot buys the coin, then it sells the coin, it cancels the trade automatically. Then it is going to give you back your capital and the profit that you have got from that coin, so that you can go and you trade other coins which are performing better in the market. I am also warning people, I am also warning some traders here who are trading a single type of asset, a single type of asset, a single type of asset. My friend, the market has a variety of assets that you can trade. Why do you stick on a single type of asset? Someone says, me, they told me to trade only Solana. They told me only to trade XRP. Me, I am trading only BNB. I'm trading only Ethereum. This market is not your friend and it is not your enemy. It is not your friend and it is not your enemy. Don't trade in this market as if you are the owner of the market. That is very simple. Something which is defeating a lot of traders in the financial markets. When you make money from a certain asset, please go for another one. Go for another one. That is one shot. So to me, one shot is the best. Don't trade in cycle. To me, one shot is the best. Cycle is for people that say they are busy. But I don't believe that if you have understood the business, that just giving the commandments, the right commandments to your robot, it takes just a few time, just 3 seconds or 1 second. Then you set and you go for your other things. So if you tell me that you are busy, I don't believe that. You are so busy that you even don't have 5 minutes or 10 minutes. You get it? So knowledge is the best. Knowing what to do is the best. The market is not your friend. It's not your enemy. Crypto is volatile. Crypto is volatile. You have to be very careful when you are trading. The market changes, apply the right strategy, apply the right settings depending on the changes of the market. So many people are reluctant. When the market changes, you are reluctant. You don't know what to do if the market changes. Just put it in your mind, it cannot be up forever and it cannot be down forever. Then come here. Click on margin configuration. Here, don't change anything. Don't change anything here. Don't change anything. Why are you not changing anything? Because you already decided that you are trading under conservative. You already decided that you are trading under conservative. Are you getting the point? You are trading under conservative. Then come to margin configuration. This is called what? This is the multiple buying ratio. Multiple buying ratio. And under multiple buying ratio, this helps us to calculate our capital that we want to put in the market. It helps us to calculate our capital that we want to put in the market. A trader knows you are not supposed to put all your money in the market at once. You are not supposed to put your money in the market at once because you don't have backup. You don't have backup. Even the people who are starting traditional businesses, they tell you, if you have 10 millions, don't put all your 10 million in a business at once. First put in 2 millions, and then you monitor the performance of the business. How is it going? Then after that, you know that the market, the business is moving okay, you can add the money. You can add another money. But the problem with traders, you want to put all your money in the market at once. The market is not your friend and it is not your enemy. It is in two sides. You don't control the market. That's why the strategy I'm giving you for trading, it is $500 trading capital, but our first buy-in amount is $10. The first buy-in amount is $10, but our trading capital is $500. So on our $500, we are commanding to go with $10 in the market at first. And then this other money, the remaining money, we are trying to put it in through margin calls. We are trying to put it through margin calls. Come to this multiple buy-in ratio. Multiple means multiplication. Multiple means multiplication. Then we have margin call drop. Margin call drop. These are the percentages at which the market will drop. These are the percentages at which the market will drop before the robot initiates a buy. Before the robot initiates a buy. But here, the robot multiplies the number you have put here. It multiplies the number you have put here times the first buy-in amount. Times the first buy-in amount. So if our first buy-in amount, if the first buy-in amount is $10, if the first buy-in amount is $10, that means the robot will multiply the figure you have put here times 10. All right, so we continue. Sorry for that. So I had to mute my microphone before we continue. Then, so I said here, this part here of multiple buy-in ratio, it helps us to know how much money are we going to use for margin calls. So the figure you put here, if you put here a 2, it is going to be 2 times 10. It will be 2 times 10. Where is the 10 coming from? 10 is our first buy-in amount. 10 is our first buy-in amount. So if our first buy-in amount is 10 and you put a 2 here, it means that you are commanding the robot that when the market goes down by 4%, If the market drops down by 4%, I want you to buy 2 times, which is 2 times 10, and this gives us 20. It gives us $20. So meaning that the robot will get the $20 and then it will invest in that particular coin that you are trading if the market drops by 4%. And the $20 are going to be added to the first $10 that went in the market, and our total amount of money invested in the coin, it will become $30. So if the market drops again by 5%, the robot is going to buy four times, which is 4 times 10, and this gives us 40. It gives us $40. So the $40 will be added to the first $30 that went in the market, and then total money invested in the coin, it will become 70. It will become $70. Are we together? It will become $70. So here, if the market drops down by 5.5, the robot is going to buy 8 times, which is 8 times 10, and this is $80. So another $80 are going to be added in the coin if the market drops by 5.5. So the $80 are going to be added to the first $70 that went in the market, and the total amount of money invested in the coin, it is going to become $130. It will become $130. So if the market stops to drop from here and then it goes up, if the market stops to drop from here and it goes up, these other calls will not be bought. These other calls will not be bought. And instead, the robot is going to sell depending on $130 that went in the coin. Remember what I told you. I told you that the profit we make does not depend on your total capital that you have on Binance, but rather it depends on how much money the robot has invested in a particular coin that you want to trade. The strategy we are saving, it is $500. But when you look at these settings, the robot has only invested $130. So meaning that we shall get 3% of $130 the robot has invested in the coin. Now here comes the question to the traders. Some ask that why is it that I have commanded my robot to use all my capital, but it just invested 30%, or it just invested $130, yet the strategy I am using for trading, it is for $500. So for your robot to invest all of the $500, it has to buy all of the 7 margin calls. It has to buy all the 7 margin calls. If it buys only 3 margin calls, this is 2 times 10. This is 4 times 10, and this is 8 times 10. So this is $20, this is $40, and this is 80. And that is $80. So meaning that the robot has put in $130 here. If it buys only 3, if the market continues to go down and the robot buys another margin call, it adds in more money. Now, what do you put here? What do you put here under the multiple buy in ratio? So put here a 2 for $500. Put here a 4, put here 8, put here 8, put here 16, put here 8, put here 8, and put here a 3. 16, 8, 8, and then 3. So you come and you click on confirm. Come and you click confirm. You come and you click confirm. That is it. So I want us to understand. This is why I am always here, because I believe on people understanding. I believe in passing over the information, and I believe in people understanding what they do. So that is it. So come here and you save the strategy. Save the strategy. The strategy is already here and it is already saved. It is already saved. Now, failure to change the strategy when the market has changed its direction, that is one of the things that is going to affect you. It is one of the things that is going to affect you. It is one of the things that is going to let you stay in the market for a longer period of time. There are strategies that we use when the market is good, and there are strategies that we use when the market is bad to keep ourselves profitable in this changing market. That's why when I was saving the strategy, I saved the poor market. Poor market, meaning that the strategy is used in a market condition which is not good. Which is not what? Good. As a trader, you should always stay updated. Stay updated. Keep yourself updated if you are trading. There are so many events that happen across the world that can lead to the downfall of the market, that can lead to the rise of the market. Should always be updated. Now, recently, was it yesterday? Vietnam's government legalized the cryptocurrencies in their country, meaning that the Vietnamese are now allowed to use cryptocurrencies in their country. That is good news for the crypto industry. I told you, individuals, institutions, and governments. Recently, Kenya has been talking about cryptocurrencies, and they hosted a very big event of Binance in Kenya, talking about blockchain and so many things. That is a very good thing in the crypto industry. The adoption, increased the use and adoption of cryptocurrencies, it leads to the rise of the market. It leads to the rise of the market. So as a trader, stay updated. Stay updated of what is taking place in the crypto industry. All right. So we have saved our strategy. We have saved our strategy. We have saved our strategy. Someone tells me I go back to margin configuration, is it? No, you will find the training on our YouTube channel. We have saved our strategy. Now, if you are given a signal, a signal, it is a coin given to you to set in your RoyalQ application. A signal given to you to set in your RoyalQ application. For example, if you are given this, all of this is a signal. All of this, it is a signal. And this, it is a signal. Now, there are some things that you don't need from the signal. There are some things that you don't need from the signal. For example, you don't need this. This, you don't need it. This, you don't need it. You don't need this. You don't need this. You don't need this. What you need is simple. It is just a name of the coin. This is Sushi stroke USDT. Stroke USDT. Then what you need to also consider, it is the time. They are telling you, don't trade after 5 minutes. Don't enter this signal after 5 minutes. Then you want to enter the signal when an hour has passed. There are so many things, trading principles. Those ones who are listening to me on the Zoom, and those ones who are listening to me on my social media handles like TikTok, they are trading principles. When trading, that we follow. Most of the people that fail in trading, they don't follow the trading principles. These principles, you look at them as something which is very small, as something that is not big. But anything that you do in this industry, there are repercussions, there are effects. There are effects. One, in sport, you don't lose money. In sport trading, in sport what? In sport trading, you don't lose money. But in sport trading, you can stay in the market for long without making profit. Hey, in sport trading, you don't lose money, but in sport, you can stay in the market for a longer period of time simply because of something that you call the minor. That's something that you think that it is small. Trading principles, you should follow them. You should follow them. When your mentor tells you, please don't do this, don't do that. Don't do that. You get it? Don't do that. They have told you, don't trade after 5 minutes. That is the warning. Don't trade after 5 minutes. Because when you trade after 5 minutes, already you are doing what we call a wrong entry. You are entering this coin at a wrong price. You are entering the coin at a wrong price. So your fellow traders will be celebrating the coin as sold, and you will be saying that mine is still in the market. Why? Because you entered at different interval. You entered at different time, and then you entered also at different price. When they say don't trade after 5 minutes, me, I set this coin within the given minutes. And for you set the coin within an hour. It means both of us, we are trading the same coin, but we have entered at a different price and we have entered at a different time. Because you cannot stop you can't stop the market. You can't stop the market. Akalale kasigala katambula. Kasigala katambula. Kati gwe bakuwadde don't trade in 5 minutes. Oyagala ku trading when an hour has gone. So you are entering at different price. You are entering at different what? Different price. So how do you know that this signal has taken more than 5 minutes? This is it. This is it. Look at the time when was the signal sent. Good enough WhatsApp. WhatsApp gives you time. When was that signal sent? It was sent at 8 minutes past 8. 8 minutes past what? Past 8 a.m. East African Standard Time. When you look at the time right now, this is the time. East African Standard Time here. Already 14 minutes past what? Past 11. 14 minutes past 11. It means the signal has even taken 1 hour and some few minutes within the group. Now, some people, because you fear to miss out, oh, I've not been online. Now, I have come online. Can I enter the signal? Can I enter the signal? You end up trading the signal when the signal has taken hours in the group. You are entering it at a wrong price. At a wrong price. And this is going to cost you. It will cost you to stay longer in the market. Okay, so what do you do? What do you do? Come to this coin. It is called Sushi. Open your app. Click on the search bar. Then come and you click on all. Then you click on Sushi. You click on Sushi, or you type in Sushi. You type in the word Sushi. RoyalQ will bring it. Click here. So come and you click on this word create. Click on create. Again, you click on create. So come to trade settings. Come to trade settings. Then click on manually create here. Manually create. So when you click on manually create, RoyalQ is going to bring you to this page. It will bring you to this page. Under this page, there is a word choose a strategy setting. Choose a strategy setting. When you click on that word choose a strategy setting, RoyalQ will take you to the other page where you saved your strategies that you use for trading. Click there, then it will bring you to this page. This is where we have our strategy saved, the one of poor market. Click anywhere on the strategy. Click anywhere on the strategy. Tap, then the strategy will come here. It will come here, meaning that the settings, these settings here, they have entered in the coin. The settings here, they have entered in the coin. Even when you come here and you click on in configuration, you will see our settings that are already in. So now we said here on strategy mode, you can either trade under sub-bin mode real-time settlement. You can click on either sub-bin mode real-time settlement, or you can come under warehouse mode. And I said warehouse mode. If you have 7 margin calls, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, which are our margin calls, the robot will buy these ones all. It will buy them all, and then it will sell them all at once at a take profit of 3%. To sell them at once. That is warehouse. And if you are under warehouse, you will see the average transaction price changing. You will see the average transaction price changing. You will see the average transaction price changing, coming closer to the current price to help your coin to come out from floating loss or from the dip. I said, when you open a trade, a trade has 2 prices. It has what we call the current price, which is that very price in the market. Then it has what we call the average transaction price. Average transaction price, it is a price at which you have bought. Let me give you an example for people to understand. When you go in the market and you buy maize at $10. $10 becomes your average transaction price. It is the price at which you have bought your maize. When you go in the market to sell the maize and you find maize at $20, $20 becomes the current price. This is now the current price in the market. So for you to make profit, the average price at which you bought your maize has to be higher, has to be lower than the current price in the market. That is trading. You buy low and sell high. But there are incidents where you find that the average price is higher than the current price in the market. There is no profit. If I buy my maize at $10, $10, then I go to sell the maize in the market, and I find that in the market they are giving me $80. They are giving me $80. So $80, I bought at $10. That is my average transaction price. Then I find in the market when they are giving me $80, $80 becomes the current price, and then $10 is my average transaction price. That is the price at which I bought the maize. So therefore, here there is no profit. I can decide that let me keep my maize and I wait for the price to rise, then I sell. Or if I have another money, I can say, let me continue buying the maize. So when I continue buying the maize, I am changing the average price to come closer to the current price so that I can sell all my maize at once. Simanyi oba waliwo akategedde. Ekintu kino, I used to do it. I used to do that thing when I was still selling clothes. When I was still selling clothes, I did those things. I had all the clothes. And for me to sell the old clothes, I had to buy new clothes. I mix them with old clothes. I sell them at one price. I sell them at one price. Most of people are doing these things, but failure for them to interpret. That's why they think that trading is difficult. Trading, it is just the only difference is just that you are doing the trading online, but there is no difference with traditional businesses. Come here, change the first buying amount to 10. Here you can trade under sub-bin mode, or you can go under warehouse. It is upon you, as long as you have understood what I have said. Warehouse, the robot sells all. The robot sells all of the 7 margin calls at once. If you go under sub-bin mode real-time settlement, it means the first four margin calls are going to be sold independent, are going to be sold all together, and the 50th call, 60th call, and the 70th call are going to be sold independent at a take profit of 1.3%. So if your aim is to make money, on a daily basis, even when the market is going down, go under sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. If your goal is to come out from floating loss as soon as possible, go under warehouse. Because the average price does not change in warehouse, but in sub-bin mode real-time settlement, whenever the robot sells, the average price moves away from the current price. Here, switch it off. AI margin call supposed to be off. So meaning that here we are done. What changes? You change here the first buying amount. Then you come here, you either choose sub-bin mode real-time settlement, or you can go under warehouse. Then you come here, you choose the strategy. These ones don't change anything because the settings have already entered. And you come here, you click on save, then you click on confirm. When you click on confirm, then you click on activate. Click on activate. Click on activate, then you click on create. Click on create. So when you click on create, the robot will buy at current price. It will buy at current price. Are we together? So it has bought. Now there is what we call position amount. Position amount, it is the amount of money you have invested in the coin. Then we have the current price. Current price, it is that price in the market right now. Then we have average price. Average price, it is the price at which the robot has bought this coin. So now, for those ones who are on the Zoom learning, you are seeing that the robot has bought this coin at 0.656 price. But the current price now is 0.655, meaning that the average price is higher than the current price in the market. There is no profit. And you are seeing that the robot is showing me that I am in negative. I'm in what? I'm in negative. But if the current price goes higher than the average price, that is profit. It is profit. And what helps you to bring the average price close to the current price? It is the margin calls that you have set up using the double up method. Otherwise, I wish you the best. If you have not understood, just know there are people who are looking at you. In fact, I don't know what to say, but that's how you set the robot using that strategy. That's how you set the robot. Capital is $500. 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 Ricky, best bike is asking. And record. What about the trade settings for $50? Now, my brother is asking for $50. $50, $50 trading capital, $50 trading capital. $50 trading capital. Now, you are confusing the students. You are asking $50 trading capital. You are going to trade under warehouse. You will be under warehouse. And your multiple buying ratio is going to be a 2, a 4, a 2, and a 1 with the 4 margin calls. With the 4 margin calls, you go under conservative. You go under conservative. First buying amount is going to be $5. It's going to be $5. So just know. All right. Look about $100. $100 trading capital. $100 trading capital. Your first buying amount is going to be $5, and you are going to be trading 1 coin, and you are going to be trading with 5 margin calls. 5 margin calls. Your multiple buying ratio is going to be a 2, a 4, 8, then a 4, and a 1. Trade under conservative. You're going to be trading under conservative risky type. Then you can decide to trade either under sub-bin mode or sub-bin mode real time settlement. It is upon you, as long as you have understood what to do. Please go back to I want to copy. My brother. Can I change it from sub-bin mode? No, you cannot change. You only decide the mode where you are going to be trading in when you have not yet activated the trade. Yeah. Of course, allow me to stop here. My brothers and sisters, allow me to stop here for today. Those ones that have not yet have not understood, you can visit the YouTube channel, and then you learn from there slowly by slowly. You learn from there. You follow slowly by slowly. So if I have really done a very wonderful job, please give me a love heart, and then I go away from the meeting. Give me a love heart. I go away from the meeting. If you have really understood, Kulanju John, I had written margin configurations according to conservative, but you later changed these figures. Please, how did I change? How? Oh, how? Okay. Thank you very much for being part of the training today. Allow me to end here. I wish you a very good Monday. Thank you for being part of the training today.